Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title, I wanted to talk about friendships and social life in this video. I wanted to reflect on my experience at school and now at university regarding friends. I feel that university has really taught me a lot about friendships and a lot about social life and how to socialize. I know it sounds stupid, but I really have learnt to socialize at university. This video is like definitely not me trying to get you guys to feel sorry for me. I just wanted to share kind of my story and how I've kind of learnt from my mistakes, and I've learnt a lot of stuff through growing up and becoming independent and going to university. The main message that I kind of want to get across with this video is that friendships are so important and you shouldn't underestimate the importance of having friends and having a social life. So yes, I thought this would be quite interesting to talk about, so I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please like it. My battery is flashing. Oh, let's go and get my sisters. Okay, so kind of taking it back to primary school and early kind of secondary school. I had friends, yes, I had friendship groups. I talked to people. I loved going around to friends' houses, especially in primary school. You'd run out of school and be like, Mum, I'm going around to so-and-so's house. Bye, I'll see you later. Going out with your friends to like parks, going to like the shops when you get a bit older as teenagers. I went to a few different primary schools because we moved house, and I easily settled in. I made new friends and it was great. Like, I loved being at primary school. It was really fun. And then when I moved to secondary school, I struggled at first to settle in because I'm not very good with change. So I did cry a lot when I first went to secondary school, but I eventually settled in. And when I was there, yes, I had a great time. Year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10 and 11, basically. I was part of a friendship group. Shout out to everyone who was in like this group that we called ourselves Shiner, because it was like the first letter of all of our names. It was like Sarah, Holly, Imogen, Natalie, Alicia and Midra. I was part of a form in secondary school, so we'd have like a form tutor from year 7 to year 11, and they were like named after houses in the UK that you'd go and visit in your first year of secondary school, which is quite fun. For like my first 5 years pretty much of secondary school, I had a really fun time and I did have great friends, and I am really grateful for that. Obviously I'd get the bus to school, so I had like friends on the bus. It was great because on the way to school and on the way back, you'd always like have so much fun on the bus, just like mess around and be crazy young teenagers like you are at that age. I didn't just isolate myself, and it was all great, you know. I was just kind of a normal person. You have friends, you go to school, and it was all fine. If you are not in the UK and you don't know how the school system works, then basically primary school is from reception, I think, or year R, all the way to year 6. So it goes year R, then year 1 to 6, and then after primary school you move to secondary school, and you can either go to like a non-grammar school or a grammar school, or you can go to a private school, of which there are private primary schools as well. I went to a secondary grammar school, which means that you just have to pass an entrance exam to get in. You don't have to pay for anything, and then you're there from year 7 to year 11. You can move to a different school after year 11, but I stayed at my same school for year 12 and 13, which is sixth form, where you do your A-levels and you do your GCSEs basically in year 11. So that's just kind of to put things in perspective if you're in a different country. I wouldn't really label myself as someone who was really horrible or anything, but obviously you would have little friendship fallouts. You might have little arguments at school, things where you're like, I don't like this girl because she did this to me, or she did this to my friend. Petty arguments here and there, but that's just part of growing up, I suppose. When you're at that age, you're like in your early teens, which I look back on now and I think it's just so ridiculous, and I can't really imagine why you kind of feel the need to just not like someone or dislike someone because they did something so minor. But obviously that's just part of growing up. Everyone kind of goes through it, and it's part of having friends. That's inevitable. One of the main things I wanted to raise in this video were about my experience in sixth form, where I feel that I was very isolated. I went through a time when I had a very bad relationship with food, and it was just a very dark, dull, low time in my life. It kind of all did manifest itself in sixth form. It kind of started a bit before that, but it didn't really take a huge toll on my friendship before sixth form, and I'm not like blaming anyone but myself for this, because I'm the person who did physically isolate myself from people. I did have two very close friends. Shout out to Sarah and Midra if you ever watch this video. Even in sixth form though, I still didn't talk to them that much. I mean, if I talked to anyone, I would talk to them, but I still was very isolated and on my own. And even as very close friends, I still never really told them about what was actually going on and what was actually kind of mentally wrong with me, because I just wanted to keep it all to myself, and I didn't really want to make a big fuss of it at school. I just wanted to contain myself, get on with my work and move on essentially. All throughout the day basically at school, from say 8:30 in the morning when you'd arrive to 3:30 in the afternoon, I just wouldn't really talk to anyone at all. And I'm not really exaggerating, I basically would sit on my own throughout most of the day and work essentially. So I would have my lessons, yes, but in my break, in my time before school, during my lunch, if I had free periods, I would always be working. It got to the point where people knew exactly which computer desk I would go and sit on to work on, and people knew not to take that seat because I would be sitting there, sort of thing. I didn't have a problem if anyone chose to sit there, but it kind of was the place that I'd work, and people knew that. I was just in this very set routine, and I had this set mentality that I just had to work all throughout the day. Yes, I was focused, yes, I was dedicated on my studies, but I took it to the extreme at that point in my life. I was just struggling a lot with control over things and struggling a lot with food. Say at like lunchtime, I would always sit on my own because I wanted to eat on my own. I didn't really want to see what anyone else was eating. I didn't want others watching me or watching what I was eating, sort of thing. I also felt that I didn't talk to people because I didn't want to engage in conversations about food, their exercise, or what they looked like physically. I didn't want to engage myself in those conversations because I just didn't feel comfortable at all talking about that. I just had a very poor relationship with myself, my body, food and eating. And like, yes, sixth form was an important time because I had A-levels, I had grades to get, I was applying to universities, I wanted to get offers, and I wanted to succeed in getting a place at Cambridge. Obviously I thought that I should just be always working, and I just disregarded friendships completely at that point in my life. And yeah, I never probably really smiled at school. I don't know, I probably just looked very serious and stern throughout my whole day at school. I could never really laugh or like joke around or have a bit of like banter with friends. I never did that. And I just think now, and I look back on that and I'm like, that is just so, it's sad really. In my last few years at school, I didn't really maybe make the most of having friends and having people around me. This is nothing against the people at my school. They were all genuinely very nice people. It was just the fact that I was just drawing myself away from them. Yes, I kind of did not throw away because I got stuff out of school, I got the grades I needed, but I didn't have the social aspect that went alongside and that kind of forms school as an experience. I mean, I can't change it now, but what I can do is talk to you guys about it and try and warn you of the consequences of not having friends, or make you guys realise the importance of having a social life and having people to talk to. Moving on after school to university, so obviously because I didn't have that many friends at school or the people I was close with, it wasn't really hard for me leaving school. I was a bit just like, well, school's finished now, you know, that's it, we're moving on. After I'd finished school and that summer, that was when things started to change and things started to get a lot better for me mentally and physically. So that was when I went vegan and I started to actually realise the importance of health and mental well-being and looking after myself and stuff like that. When I went to university, it was like a very new chapter in my life. So I took that as an opportunity to start something new and not be a different person, but approach things in a very different way. I've talked on this channel about homesickness, and first year university, especially first term, I was very homesick. And I have a video on my channel about Freshers Week, but I'd probably say now that it is quite a skewed representation of Freshers Week. I didn't want that video to be dull and sad, but I was crying quite a lot during Freshers Week because I was on the phone. I was like, Mom, I want to come home. I do remember filming a clip of me crying and being like, I feel super homesick. But because I was very new to YouTube, I was kind of embarrassed about putting that up, and I didn't want to put that up because I was worried that people would judge me. But I basically stuck with it. I saw a welfare officer who helped me with, like, not counselling, but helped talk to me when I felt down, and he ultimately saved my place at uni because he said to me that I just needed to give it time, and it really was about time. One of my biggest fears was meeting new people and actually trying to make friends, because I hadn't really engaged in that much conversation with people other than my family for a few years of my life. It was really hard. I would feel as if I would just want to stay in my room and be alone, but I was like, no, Holly, you're gonna go downstairs, you're gonna go to that speed dating event, you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna suck up the tears, and you're gonna get on with it. And that is exactly what I did. It did take a little bit of forcing from myself, being like, Holly, just go, but I did, and I was pleased that I did, because I've met so many new people at university. I had my college family, so my college parents, who were amazingly supportive. I met the Bionatskis. I met people through doing the dance society, the ballet society, and even though I didn't go to a club at all in first year, except after my very last exam in first year. But yeah, I didn't go out clubbing a lot, but I went to formals and I did go to social events with people. I also went to Arran, the Isle of Arran, with people from Earth Sciences who did Earth Sciences, and that was such a fun experience. I look back on it now and it was just hilarious, even though I was kind of complaining all the time about the weather.
Just crossed the Scottish border and it's raining. My trousers are too long, look. I really don't like boats. Not gonna lie, the portions were tiny. Oh, look at this mud. There's no signal anywhere, there's no internet. These rocks are so uncomfortable.
I had friends, whereas in the past at school, if we were going on a school trip, it was always that awkward, oh, who am I gonna sit with on the coach? And it would be like, oh, myself. Sounds stupid, I know, but it represents a big change in my life and a big stepping stone. And then finally, university second year. It's just been one of the best times of my life. So as you guys know, this year I joined the QTAS competition team, and that has really changed my experience at uni and at Cambridge. It's really put a different twist on things, and it's changed the ball game, but in so many good ways. I have met people that love dance just like me, and I thought I'd never meet people like that at university, especially at Cambridge. Yes, I did the ballet society in first year, but things have just stepped up on a whole new level with QTAS. I don't know why, I've just fell in love with the people and the society. I went to a club, I went to Lola's, I had the QTAS show, we won varsity against Oxford, we went to Nottingham to do a competition, we went to London even though I was injured in Michaelmas. I've been to so many formals. I went to a vegan formal, which was like insane. I've done the most work that I've ever done. I've been the most social. I've put up the most YouTube videos I probably have done. It's just been crazy. This whole experience has been so amazing. The most fun I've ever had at uni, doing the most things with the most number of people, and I've never ever felt better. Friendships are so important, and I've never really appreciated that, and I always underestimated the importance of having a social life and having friends other than the people at home, your family. The battery has died for the second time. I'm now on the third battery. It's hard to put into words how I feel now having friends, but it does make a huge difference to your life because you don't feel isolated. At university, I know that if I want to talk to someone, I can message someone on Facebook and be like, let's meet up, to actually feel included in things, instead of just always being that loner or that person who isolates themselves. And yes, it has required me to actively change my mentality and change how I approach things. It's been so worth it, and this journey has really taught me something. So yeah, I just hope that you guys appreciate the importance of friendships as well, and if you do already, then that is great. Continue to do that. But if you are like me and you have isolated yourself, then do think twice about it. And I really hope that you kind of see how I've changed, and through my YouTube channel, if you watch my very old videos and you watch my videos now, I'm not a different person. I'm still Holly. I still have always been Holly. I've still done the weird things that I do, but but I'm just so much more confident and open about things. I'm so much more social. You see more people in my videos. I hope that is apparent, and I think it is, because I look back sometimes at my old videos and I'm still a very insular person, and I'm not very outgoing. I mean, I'm not a crazy wild girl now. On the camera, maybe I am, yes, but I still do have a reserved personality. I'm not like really bold and everything. I'm not an extrovert. I am more of an introvert, but I have grown as a person. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it and if you've learned from it, please like this video, comment down below if you've had a similar experience, and yeah, subscribe if you're new as well. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you in my next one. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll speak to you later. Bye! Group hug! Camera hug! Minnie, come and give the camera a hug. Come on. You want to see? Look at me, buddy. Come on, give him a hug. Come on. Give him a big hug.